Hey guys, welcome back. So we're in the final week before we head back to Texas, leaving 4 days from now. So anyhow, I'm buttoning things up around here, completing the checklist in preparation for being away for, almost 6 months. So I've got to prepare the truck for long-term storage, fill the gas tank, put some fuel preserver in there, disconnect the batteries and so forth. Got to get the garage a little bit more organized so that I can fit the truck in the garage. We're actually going to rent a car and drive from here to the Bay Area where Lisa has about a week of work with her company. The company's headquartered there. So we'll spend a week in the Bay Area, and then from there we'll drive down to San Diego to spend Thanksgiving week with the kids. And then we'll drop that rental car off at the airport in San Diego, and then we'll fly the day after Thanksgiving from San Diego to Texas. So we'll be in Texas day after Thanksgiving, and we're really excited about it. I got a few things to do, like I said, to button up my list here. I did landscape work yesterday. It was a real nice day here weather-wise, so I got all that done. Just headed to the dump right now to get rid of some of the junk that's been accumulating. So we'll get that done and go from there. So guys, I'm on my way down to the town to the south of us to run to the Goodwill, drop a few things off that we had there in the garage, and then I'm going to get the oil changed in the car, in the truck here, so that I'm going to be storing the truck for about a little over 6 months. So I want to have fresh oil in there, top off the gas, put the preservative, everything I mentioned yesterday. Anyhow, on the way down, this is an area that's one of my favorite places on the coast. And it's probably 2 miles of just kind of virgin coastline with a lot of these rock outcroppings and so forth. There's sand dunes down a little bit further to the south, and Lisa and I love this area. So I'm not going to see this for a while, so I'm taking a moment to pull over and just take it all in. So to give you guys a quick update on the roof, I did this black tar I put on here, and it rained and it still leaked inside, so that didn't do the job. So then after that, I brought the black tar up to the right over the top of the flashing here that meets the chimney. And I did that all around, and then slopped another coat, over the first layer that I had done. And anyway, we had a super heavy rain and wind blowing, and still got that leak. So that didn't do the job. So now my third option was to go back and do another bead of caulk at the very top of the flashing here. So there's just no gap between this rock face and the flashing. And then also at the ridge cap, I'll show you guys here. So Yeah, the ridge cap, of course, runs down the whole ridge of the roof here, which is probably, I don't know, at least 80 feet or so. And anyhow, so the metal roof, you know, they meet up here, the cap goes over, and under this cap, there are strips of foam that go in between each of these runs. And the foam is meant to keep, you know, these pine needles and water from getting up there and then running down under the roof. So I had a buddy, I actually had my friend who actually put this roof on. We put the roof on together, you know, 5 years ago. But he's a professional. I had him come up here and, you know, I told him about the leak and he suggested that it could be, since it's happening when the wind is, you know, blowing like crazy, it could be that rain is just blowing and getting around this, this foam somehow, and then getting under the metal roof and then running down. Again, I told you guys before that we laid this roof over an existing roof, but in order to do that, we had to penetrate the existing roof with long nails to hold the strips that we actually attached this metal roof to. And of course, under that is a 2-inch foam of insulation, a foam insulation layer. Anyhow, those screws that penetrate the old roof could be the source, obviously, of where the leak is occurring, most likely is. So we just have to figure out how the water is getting under this metal roof. So long story short, I went ahead and this is the line that the actual leak is on, actually this line here, but I went ahead and I put a roofing caulk over these foam insulation barriers, or in front of them, I should say. So it should prevent water from blowing into, you know, these foam barriers. Same thing on this side. Although most of the wind, you know, we've got a mountain behind us here, so even though the wind blows from the south during the wintertime and from the north during the summer, we don't get as much, you know, impact on this side of the roof as we do on this side. The ocean is all right there and it just hammers this side. So anyhow, the last option that it could be has to do with the chimney cap, and I'll show you that. So yeah, you can see my chimney cap here. You know, this house is just over 50 years old, and this is a working fireplace, but I believe that this chimney cap is the original chimney cap. And, you know, 50 years of being exposed to the ocean air, it's just completely degraded to virtually nothing. So anyhow, you know, of course, there is a possibility that the rain can be getting down into the side of the chimney. There's, you know, at the bottom where the fireplace is, there's no evidence of any water getting in there. But this is a huge rock chimney, and it could be that water's getting in here and then running down one of the sides here, and then somehow finding its way under, you know, the flashing around the chimney there. So that's a long way of telling you that next year I did find a company in California that makes these. You know, this thing's probably 4 feet long by, at least 24, 28 inches wide, and probably 3 feet tall. So it's a pretty big cap. But anyway, they make them and they're pretty reasonably priced. So I'll go ahead and have a new one made next summer, get that installed, and hopefully between caulking up that, you know, those foam things and getting this replaced, hopefully that takes care of our roof leak. What a pain in the butt. Okay guys, so just a few more things to do before we take off. Good news, last night we had a massive rainstorm with lots of blowing rain throughout the whole night, and no leak on the beam inside. So fingers crossed that third application of caulk that I put up there did the job. So I'm very hopeful for that. Anyhow, wrapping things up here in our little garden, which we did not tend to this year. Everything's just kind of overgrown. Got some roses in bloom over there on one of the rose bushes, so that's cool. It's a beautiful day. So just gonna tidy this area up, and then I'm pretty well done. I went to pick up some fuel stabilizer today, so I'll top off the tank tomorrow, and we're gonna pick up the rental car tomorrow, so we'll probably drive that for the rest of the weekend, put the truck in the garage, call it good. All right, hon. So it's our last day in Oregon.
I know. Went by fast.
It did go by fast, but it really was a great summer, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Weather was terrific.
Yeah.
We got a lot done. We did a lot of travel actually out of here. Went down to San Diego. We went. Where else did we go? Seems like we've gone a lot of
Seattle.
different places. Oh yeah, went to Seattle. Seems like we went somewhere
I don't know.
else.
We saw a
too,
lot
but-
of friends and family. I can't. It's all the blur.
Yeah. No, it was a good summer, and we're gonna miss this place. It's really, it's pretty special up here, right on the coast, and we have a lot of good friends here. And anyhow, we'll be back next year. So we're headed up, actually, today's Saturday, we're headed up to about a couple hours north of us for a family event, and then we'll be back in town. We're going to celebrate an early Thanksgiving with Glenn and Agnes tonight, and then we'll hit the road tomorrow morning. As I mentioned earlier, we're headed to the Bay Area where Lisa has work for a week. And from there, we'll drive down. We're in the rental car right now. We picked up a rental car yesterday. And we'll drive down to San Diego and spend Thanksgiving down there with the kids. And then the day after Thanksgiving, we fly from San Diego to Texas with little girl. So that'll be her first airplane trip. We're going to put her under the seat. And she should be fine. So anyhow, that's the deal, guys. Just a quick video to let you know we're on our way. We'll check in with you when we arrive in Texas. I've got lots of projects to do down there, as you know. If you've been watching, I left that kitchen sort of hanging. So that's going to be fun. We've got a lot of stuff scheduled, and I'll get to work on that. We need to furnish that place in Texas. I'm going to build out my man cave upstairs. Lisa's going to build out her office downstairs. So lots of stuff to be excited about. We appreciate you guys joining us. Happy Thanksgiving to you. We'll see you down in Texas.